it's Tanny Games here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back with part 2 of the Discord Dreamsnap review video. We are going over the submissions for the Critters Lair challenge. I'm so excited to look at the second half of the Discord submissions. The first half were absolutely amazing. So if you haven't seen that one yet, make sure to click on the channel, check that video out. But don't forget to also watch this one because I am sure there's going to be submissions just as good. Anyway, we have Mike here and he is a bit of a chatterbox. He does not shut up. So let's jump straight over to Discord so we can take a look at your awesome submissions. We are starting off here with Cole's submission. You've mentioned that this is your take on a spirit animal graveyard, and I absolutely love this idea. It's very, very similar actually, not in terms of appearance, but in terms of sort of concept to my original Critters Lair Dreamsnap, the one I did like last year, where I did a similar setup with making my character look a bit like Jack Skeleton, having the Zero Fox companion, and then using the whimsical critters as like ghosts or spirits of other pets. The backdrop was completely different, very, very different, but I absolutely love this kind of vibe. As I said, it's an idea that I've used before, so for that alone, like 10 out of 10. I love it. I love the concept. I love the story. I do love dream snaps that kind of have a bit of a story behind them, or, you know, it tells a tale kind of thing. So I absolutely love this snap. I love how you've decorated with the witch's house in the background, and we've also got the haunted house on the right. I love that we've got Jack Skeleton's house on the left as well, so we're kind of like encircled by these homes, which are very kind of like I don't want to say Halloween-y themed, witch themed, kind of like those kind of vibes. And also the decor with the different types of trees works really, really nicely. I love the pumpkins. I love that you've gone for these purple flowers. I used these purple flowers in my original graveyard build that I did in the Forgotten Lands before, so I love these flowers paired with kind of like the graves because I think they work together so well. I do love how the night fawns look in this shot. Usually I'm the type of person that says to clear up these things, and I do very much stand by that, but the cases where I don't is when it feels natural to the scene, and these night fawns do feel natural to the scene. They look like sort of natural growth. I think another thing that would have worked well with this, although I don't think they grow in the Forgotten Lands, would be the mushrooms. If I saw those, again, they would look natural. And it's like the same with the tree stumps in the forest. If you do a forest build and it's got those tree stumps, often that looks quite natural. It's when it looks like it's not been cleaned up kind of thing, but when it like feels natural for the setting, that's when I think it's awesome. So fantastic job on this submission. I love the theming. I love the story. I think this is a fantastic dream snap. Next up, we have a submission here from Glitch, and I really, really love this. I love the Nightmare Before Christmas theme. I went with that as well with my main account, so I love the vibes of this. I love how you've got these firefly lights. I think they work really nice in the scene, and I love that little pop of orange, you know, with the foliage, with the banner here. This is like the Halloween festive banner. I forget what it's called, but I think that works really nicely with kind of like the corn on it, the pumpkins, the hay, the little bit of sort of like fencing. I think it works together very, very nicely. And obviously Zero fits in naturally with this build. You can sort of tell, you know, this is a Nightmare Before Christmas scene. It all works together beautifully, and yeah, I think this is fantastic. Brilliant job. Next up, we have a submission from Disney Dreamer, and I love this witch vibe using like Figaro. Oh my gosh, I love it. I really, really love it. I wish I'd thought of this idea because I did want to use Figaro in a snap, and I was just like, how do I do it? How do I create a lair for Figaro? How do I create a scene that feels natural for Figaro? Because all I could think of, because I was like, well, we don't really have anything Pinocchio based, so I can't really do Pinocchio Figaro. But then I was like, I don't want to lean into the Minnie vibes because controversial take, I don't like Minnie Mouse. I know that's probably gonna earn me a few dislikes there. People are like, excuse me, I'm reporting you. How can you be a Disney fan and not like Minnie Mouse? But no, I'm not a fan of Minnie Mouse, so I didn't want to go that vibes. And I don't know why it never came to me to just do a witch and her cat. Like, how perfect is that? Like, cats are kind of like very often associated with witches and witchcraft, so I really love that you've done this snap. It brings me so much joy, and I love how everything works together. We've even got a couple of the whimsical companions, which again leans into those witch vibes and stuff like that. The colours with the fountains in the background, the potion bottles, the fountains here, even this Ursula's cauldron, it all works together very nicely. Feels very natural to see the Figaro companion as a part of this witch lair. And obviously all the whimsical companions work well again with those kind of witch and magic vibes. So fantastic effort on this snap. Next up, we have a submission from Say Hi Joel, and I love this. I love that we have a pirate submission. Oh, it's fantastic. It makes me so, so happy to see. Honestly, and also the fact that you've caught your parrot companion mid-flight here, coming straight towards the camera. Perfect timing with that submission. I love seeing a variety of different shots and takes and themes on this challenge. Certainly when I look in the Discord, I definitely see the best of the best, that's for sure. And it's wonderful to see. I absolutely love it. The backdrop works well, the theming, the scene, yeah, everything just works together. Definitely where I'd expect to see this pirate companion. Yeah, just brilliantly well decorated, a beautiful vibrant shot, and yeah, just brilliant timing here with the companion. Next up, we have a submission from Wolfie here, and we've gone with those witchy kind of vibes as well. I love that we've got the whimsical companions. I think that fits in very, very nicely. I love the purple vibes, how you've created this purple glow and lighting. I do love that you've also got the Raven companion, which works well with your character's outfit. I love the hair choice, the wings, the dress. All works very, very nicely. Definitely feels like a very natural area for some whimsical and magical companions. And yeah, really, really great shot. I like how we've caught a bit of this kind of like archway in the shot, sort of to frame and focus in on. And also using the Mickey Halloween candy bucket thing, which we've got. This is an item you can currently craft, but it's tied to the Halloween event, which should be starting from Wednesday, I do believe. But yeah, fantastic job on this submission. Really nicely done and very creative. Next up, we have a submission from Vinnie Luca here, and I love this kind of like black and white photo. I think it's really unique. I love the kind of like the textured effect from this filter. I just think it's really fun and really creates a unique shot. I love that we've got the ravens flying here as well as the raven on your arm. It's a wonderful submission. It's really creative, which I like. It's very unique. I don't think there's going to be many submissions out there that are similar to this. if any. So I really, really love that. It's probably a bit risky to go black and white, but I love the vibes of it. It's definitely giving me kind of like old school horror vibes, which I love. I'm a big fan of my horror films and stuff like that, so I love the vibes of this. I think this is super fun, and I really think actually the filter on this helps enhance some of the birds. Like, I think it really makes the white raven pop against the background, and stuff like that. So I think you've done really, really well with this. I am very curious though, what is this smoke from? What is that? I love that effect though. That is wonderful and very fun and creative. Not something I have seen before. So I do really, really like that. Next up, we have a submission from Aquahex, and this is gorgeous. I love this. I love the witch vibes that you've gone for here. You know, using the two like Halloween kind of inspired houses along with the witch's house in the background. I think works really, really well. I love this backdrop of the Forgotten Lands mountain. Again, it just sort of all works together. But then I love this beautiful, vibrant pop of orange throughout the photo, which we get with some of the foliage pieces here. Great use of the banner here, kind of like just cropping in on the side, so we don't see the full banner, but we do get this lovely bit of decoration here, which I think is absolutely wonderful. I love the orange flower pots kind of thing. I don't know how else to describe it. But yeah, I love those. I actually love this item. I think this is a gorgeous item, and I kind of wish we had like this in other colors. This is something that I think that Gameloft could really do with sort of adding to the game, if it makes sense. But just, we have a lot of items that are really, really nice, and I would love to see them in other color variants. I mean, maybe it's something that could be added as a feature, like a bit like Animal Crossing had a feature where you could take an item and you could customize it into a different color. Maybe they could sort of add that, like I said, as a feature, like maybe a character brings that or something. That would be kind of fun. But yeah, just I would love to see an item like this in different colorways. Like, imagine if we had like a bright, vibrant kind of like colorful one with like yellows or something like that for summer, and then we had like a pastel-y kind of like pinks, lilacs and stuff like that for spring, and then we had like a winter one with like blues or something like that. Like, how fun would that be? Like, Gameloft, please sit me down, let's have a meeting. I've got a lot of ideas. let me tell you about them. But anyway, that's besides the point. This is supposed to be about the snap, and I think this is wonderful. I love the Raven companion. I think that works wonderfully with these kind of like witch vibes, especially when we think of things like Maleficent, and obviously she has her Raven companion and stuff like that. You know, I just think the birds fit well with those kind of like witch vibes. Obviously the outfit is wonderful, like with the hat and the dress, it all works together very, very nicely. This definitely feels like kind of like a witch core town kind of build, so I could definitely see the Raven as a resident here with your character. It's all very sort of in keeping and on theme. So brilliant job with this submission. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Next up, we have a submission from Kat, and I absolutely love this. This is beautiful. I love the tones of this photo. I really do. That was one thing that, like, it's one of the things that I'm a very bitter sore loser over. We had a specifically kind of like nightmare inspired challenge last year, I think it was. God, time flies. I feel like it was so long ago, but yeah, it would have only been last year. And I went kind of dark with my submission because I wanted it to feel like it was a scene in the movie. But the kind of like the really muted grey foggy tones of this again have that very movie like feel, and that's kind of something that I love to see. because it just, I feel like it really enhances a shot. Like if you're doing something that's directly inspired by a movie, it's really nice when the lighting, when everything kind of reflects that. And I think whatever filter you've used on this Dreamsnap has worked really well. There's a lot of sort of like I said, this muted kind of grey, kind of duller tone, which is perfect for The Nightmare Before Christmas. The Nightmare Before Christmas, don't get me wrong, has a lot of vibrant scenes. Specifically more tied into the like Christmas side of it, but when you look at the Halloween town and a lot of the scenes in the Halloween town, especially like when Sally's singing her song, the tones are kind of very muted, and so I really love that this feels like it could be a snapshot from the film. And obviously that makes the Zero Fox companion work so well in this scene, because it does feel very, very fitting. It almost has like the graveyard kind of vibes as well, which I love. I think this is beautifully done. I think your character looks amazing. The bits where you want to see the colour pop we get, like the bright, vibrant red Sally hair, the sort of pumpkins, I love it. I think this is very artistically done, which I think is fantastic to see. And I really hope this does well, because I think this is absolutely beautiful. Next up, we have a submission from SunnyWha, and this is incredible. Look at this, the flames, the vibrancy. I love how your character looks, going with the flame hair and the kind of like the bat wing ears, if that makes sense. I don't know if they're meant to be bat wings. They kind of look like that to me. But I love that with the fiery raven companion. This is gorgeous. I just love the way the colours pop in this shot. Like you've got enough of a dark backdrop to kind of create those kind of like monstrous spooky vibes, but it helps enhance the vibrancy of the oranges and the reds, which I love. I love that we've gone for the two kind of like campfires here, because they really feel like fire pits kind of thing. The water item in the background again creates a lovely visual image, and then just the red trees popping above as well. Yeah, this is fantastic. I absolutely love this. I think it's so creative, so beautiful, very well decorated, and yeah, I expect this is going to be a very high ranking snap. And here we have a submission from Jolly. This is the alt account one, I think. But I love this. Another witch and her cat kind of vibe. I love it. I love it. And brilliant use of the Cheshire Cat topiary pieces. I would never think to do this, but it just works so well. How fun and creative is this? I absolutely love it. I love the mix of colours, like the different tones of the green trees, the purple and the reds. I think actually it reflects really well in terms of the colours that you've got going on, like with the green topiary, the purples from the Cheshire Cat and the red kind of thing. It just sort of works really well, sort of thematically, is that the word I'm thinking of? Like the colours work together really nicely. I love that we've got the witch's house, but then we've also got like these houses for Figaro, and just like the companion houses, the little windmills and stuff like that. Even using the little Simba nightlight and the little monster plushie works really, really well together. Definitely has those witch vibes. I feel like this is such a natural scene. Everything works well together. So yeah, fantastic job on this submission. I think this is very, very good. Next up, we have a submission from Doodles, and what? How do you guys get these high definition shots? I'm literally in awe. It's fantastic. I love how your character looks. I think she's stunning. I think she's so captivating. I love the witchy vibes of this. So we've got this glowing light in the background, and I love how it just sort of enhances the shape of the Zero sort of companion house. I think it really highlights those points. We've also got Figaro here. We've got the like spooky, scary squirrel. We've got this kind of like Halloween raccoon here. I love the sort of the nature vibes of this as well, with like these firefly lights, the trees, the foliage. I love the choice of pathing as well. I would never think to do this, but it looks very nice. It works very well. And then like these little pops of green coming in. Honestly, this is such a gorgeous, gorgeous submission. And do you know what I love? I love how you've hidden this fencing. It almost like, it doesn't look like the fencing, if that makes sense. It just looks like sparkles, like glows, mysterious, magical glows. And I'm just absolutely in awe. This is fantastic. So, so stunning. Honestly, I love this. I think this is fantastic. Next up, we have a submission from Fora, and I love the purple glow of this. Oh my god, there's so much to digest here. One, the arch, I absolutely love that. I think that looks absolutely sort of captivating. I love how it sort of frames off this glowing light, if that makes sense. That's one thing that I've noticed recently I've kind of been struggling with, depending on how I do the scene, is that often I just have this blunt line from the glow if I don't use certain types of trees, and this is a great way of kind of like stopping that harsh line, which I think is fantastic. But then it also really enhances in the background these fountains, like the shape of them, and also the shape of the Ursula throne. It's just brilliant. It's such a beautiful kind of like backdrop. I love the Ursula cauldrons here kind of thing at the front, adding that beautiful glow. The witch cottage works really nicely here. I love that you've got the peanuts for the squirrel, because obviously the peanuts are like the favourite food item for the squirrel companion. So I love that little kind of like detail. The Forgotten works well here with obviously those purple tones in their outfit, and definitely gives off those witch and magical vibes. And I love your character's outfit as well. Fantastic. This is very, very beautifully done. So fantastic job on this one. Next up, we have a submission from Wisteria Crossing, and I really, really love this. I love that you've got this kind of like hill here, the Nightmare Before Christmas one. We do have some of the houses, like we've got the witch's house, the haunted house thing. We've got Jack's house here as well. Works together very, very nicely. Then we have your character in the middle with the Zero Fox companion, and I just think it works together very nicely, along with the pop of colour from those pumpkins and the mushrooms and stuff like that. I think it all works together very, very nicely. Yeah, I think you've done fantastic on this. I think this looks incredible. Definitely has those Nightmare Before Christmas vibes. So wonderfully on theme here. Next up, we have a submission from Rainbow, and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How, like, I get it, right? This is like the Vizier's stuff. How did you get it so high up? I guess the Vizier, like, I don't even know what to call it, lamp thing, whatever it's called, is at the front of the shot, and you've zoomed in, so all we see is the effect and not the actual post. But oh my god, the striking lightning, oh, just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And I love all the, like, the Zero Fox graves. I think that looks so cool. The pyrotechnics, that, oh, this is just so fantastic. So, so well done. Definitely looks like the kind of place that I would expect to see this scary squirrel companion. I think it works so well. And yeah, just the effects. That's something that I really, really like, is the effects in this image. I think you've done wonderfully with these special effects and things like that, really add into that kind of like magic kind of vibe. That we have a submission from Mike, and I love this. How cool. So I love that you've got the sort of the camping fire pieces here at the front. I think that looks wonderful. The flames from the candles. We've obviously got the fiery raven. I love how your outfit really kind of matches. You know, you've gone for this red outfit, the red hair, but then we've got these fiery moth wings, which sort of really tie into the wings of the fiery raven. We have this glowing backdrop, which really adds a lot of focus on you and your companion, and then also highlights these fountain pieces here as well. Definitely feels very magical. Yeah, I love this. I think it's so fun and creative. I think you've done brilliantly with this. This is such a cool take. I really like this. I think this is very, very fun. Yeah, just absolutely incredible. Next up, we have a submission from Nan Logan, and I really, really like this. This is so fun. I love that you've got Merlin in the shot and Jack, kind of add into those magical, Halloween-y kind of vibes, which I think is fantastic. Great use of decor with the potion bottles, the Halloween pumpkins, even like Scar's little cooking stove. Works wonderfully. This definitely has a magical vibe, which I think the raven and the black squirrel kind of work well in. I love the glow in the background from all these like lights, like from the lighting the potion bottles and things like that, like these sparkly projectors. I think it all looks very, very cool, very unique. Yeah, just really vibrant and eye-catching. I think this is a super fun submission, really well decorated. I love how the pieces have come together to create this wonderfully magical environment. Next up, we have a submission from Zara, and I really, really like this. I think this is gorgeous. I love how you've got the organ here, and we just see the effect of the skulls coming off of it. You know, you've gone for the whimsical companions here, which again add that kind of like magical, ghostly kind of vibe, which I love. I love that you have dressed as Oogie Boogie here. We've got the Zero Fox companion, we've got Jack, so it all has that Nightmare Before Christmas kind of vibe, so everything works well together. And then we have some of those Halloween vibes, like with the Madame Leota table, the pumpkins, the fountain here. And I love this backdrop with the trees, like the red trees, but then also the kind of like dead trees, you know, the trees that don't have the leaves and stuff on them. I think that works together wonderfully. I really like this. I think this is fun and creative, very, very playful, and yeah, just a very, very fun snap. Very cool. I think you've done really good with this. And I love how the raven kind of like stands out because of that very clean backdrop. I think that's just a really nice little detail. So great job on this submission. Next up, we have a few submissions from Nolan. So we have this Nightmare Before Christmas kind of almost inspired one. I love this. Okay, so I love that we've got Jack here. I love how you've got all the gravestones and you've kind of turned them around so they could be gravestones for all the individual companions. And I love that you've gone with a cohesive theme with the whimsical companions. Like we've got all these blue ones. So we've got the crocodile, we've got the fox, we've got the raccoon, we've got the sunbird, and we have the raven. So I love that. I think that's super cool. I love that we've got the Zero Fox companion. Again, works in nicely in terms of colorways, but also tying to that Nightmare Before Christmas vibe. And then we've got this kind of like scary Halloween raccoon, which I love. I love this companion. So I think that's super fun to see. I love this backdrop with the archway here. I think that's really nice. The foliage pieces, even the organs with the slight sparkle and the slight ghostly figures, again, just works really nice. I think this is an awesome submission. Really leans into the critter theming. It feels like a critter graveyard kind of thing. So I love this. I think this is fun. Next up, we have your second account, which has gone for a more kind of like bird theme, which one, I love how you've turned this potion bottle display around, so we just get the shape and outline of the birds, which obviously works really well with the birds as your companion. Honestly, very sort of creative. Like, it seems like such a simple idea, but it really works. And I love that your character has wings on to kind of like match with the bird aesthetic, and we've obviously gone for some very colourful bird companions here as well. Like, we've got the fiery raven, we've got this beautiful rainbow companion here. We have like the yellow tones of this one, the green on this one, and again this kind of like yellowy orangey tone, which works well with the decor here as well. Like, obviously the orange dress and the yellow flowers and things like that. It's very beautiful, very eye-catching. This is an absolutely fantastic submission. And also, I'm not entirely sure, I wish I could double check. I think I seen someone on Facebook post this in like their compilation of votes, and it was either this one or it was a copy. But this is fantastic, and I think I seen someone vote for it. I think I did. But finding it again on Facebook would probably be quite hard to bring up to prove. But yeah, fantastic job. I really love this snap. And then we have your third account, and what, again, I love it. I love when people are kind of like not quite complete with the game and they use elements that the game places to their advantage in Dreamsnap. So here we've got not Lion's Cave. I mean, it is a lion's cave. I meant to say Scar's Cave. We have Scar's Cave, and obviously it has this purple rift tear on it, which that ties in wonderfully with all the purple in this submission. Like, we've got the purple from the Forgotten Lands, the purple rifts in the sky, we've got the mushrooms, and again, the night fawns. This is showing how you can use some of that to your advantage. So to see these night fawns, it feels very natural in this build, especially with the kind of like the bushes which don't have the leaves on them, and the trees, you know, it feels very overgrown. And I love that you've used the flowers that needed watering as well. Again, kind of adding to those sort of like dead, lifeless trees and foliage. Oh my god, it's so skilled. I absolutely love it. I think that's fantastic, and I think it works well for the companions you've gone for. You know, we've got these ravens flying around, we have the scary squirrel as well, so they feel like this is kind of the critters, the companions I would see in a kind of like mystical dead forest like this. Honestly, I really love this. Fantastic job, creative, outside of the box thinking, which I love to see. And your character looks awesome, keeping in with those purple tones. So yeah, absolutely fantastic job on this snap. And then last but most certainly not least, we have a submission from Angel of Thursday, and I love this magical witchy vibe. Firstly, we have an absolutely gorgeous Mickey Cloud here. I did see you had to retake for the Star Path, and the fact that you were able to get a Mickey Cloud, that was the game sign. That was the game sign. The game was like, you need to redo your Dreamsnap submission, and it blessed you with the Mickey Cloud for that. It blessed you. I love the rock statues, kind of rock pillars. I don't know what you call these, but these kind of like rock monuments, I think they work so well. These are kind of like the elemental stones that you get in from the Frozen collection. It's from the film, but I love it because it really gives me Brave vibes as well, because there's that stone circular, I forget what it's called, but there's that like area that they go to. It definitely has those magical vibes to it. Obviously all the purple tones in this photo work together very nicely. These whimsical companions feel like ghostly spirits, so again they really fit the theme and vibe of this backdrop. And I love that your character's obviously dressed up like a witch. We've got the cauldron in the front and stuff like that. I think it goes together absolutely wonderfully. And honestly, the Mickey Cloud, I love it, I love it. So fantastic job, fantastic job. And naturally it is raining in my valley, of course it is, but that was absolutely wonderful to see. I think you've done amazingly, everyone, with your Dreamsnap submissions. They're all fun, they're all creative. I really hope you all get fantastic results on Wednesday, because honestly I love to see it. I think yeah, just overall, you've all done really well. So great job, everyone. Fantastic work. Good luck with your results on Wednesday. If you do want to be in a video like this, don't forget to join the Discord. The link will be in the description. Just share your Dreamsnap in the Dreamsnaps channel and you could be featured in a video like this. If you saw these submissions and you liked any of them, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Show these awesome creators, players, Dreamsnap creators the support for their Dreamsnaps. Obviously just to show, yeah, just to show a bit of support. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys!